All right. So, Michael Jordan, part two. So, I have a dilemma. My dilemma is PSA is currently offering like $9 a card to grade, which is a great price. Now, granted, I might not get them back in 3 or 4 months, or 5 or 6, but I have 1980s. That was part one, and now part two is Jordan. I really collected Jordan. I was a Jordan fan. I really enjoyed Jordan and think he's absolutely one of the goats. There's the Mount Rushmore I like better than the goats, but I played with Jordan's cards. I looked at Jordan's cards. I almost wanted to be like Mike, if you remember those commercials back in the day. Just a fascinating basketball player. Jordan and David Robinson were my two favorite players growing up. Again, I collected during the junk wax era. I actually collected these cards, and I actually cut these cards, and I actually played with these cards. Unfortunately, they're not in as good of shape as you think they may be. Um, they have a little bit of a wave to it, and a little bit of a I don't know, it's hard to say. It's hard to describe it, but they're not. I don't think they're nines or tens. I really don't. Like this one has a touch of a bend to it, if you can see that. But I have this entire set. So this is number eight. This is number seven. And again, I absolutely collected these in my childhood. I looked for these hard. These were tough to get, and I really enjoyed this set. So when I got these cards back from my mom and dad, they were actually in those nine sleeve holder kind of binder things, and the binder sleeves had slightly warped. And so that's why I don't think that these are going to be as good as they might look in these cases. Once you get them out, there's a little bit of a wave to them, and once you get them out, there's a little bit of a nothing like a 9 or a 10. There's flaws for sure, but oh, this is one of my favorite sets of all time, simply because I took so much time and energy actually physically collecting it when I was a kid. Great memories though. And I'm glad to see the hobby back. I really am. I'm glad to see the hobby really take off again. And so let me get into these other Jordans. So I don't know about this card. Does anybody have any information about this card? Uh, I collected it when I was a kid. Back in the late '80s, early '90s, junk wax era, and it's a good looking card, but I have no idea what set it is. And so I'm thinking about submitting it, and I only have the two. I'm thinking about submitting it simply because they are nice looking cards. Now, I'm starting with the oldest. In other words, the newest. In other words, the 92, 93 Fleer. So, good looking card. This one's definitely popular. I just liked the design of it. Great looking card. Um, and then I have the Jordan slightly left or right issue, slightly left or right issue, you know. But again, I collected these cards. I touched these cards. I went through them, and of course, I saved them as best as I could. This is a good looking card. This is an original pull from the late '80s, early '90s. Um, and I definitely tried to save them the best I could. But again, I looked for the hobby. I collected for the hobby. I collected for I collected for Jordan. I didn't collect for the investment side of it. Now, granted, when I was younger, I wanted with a passion the Ryan Sandberg rookie, and I wanted with a passion the Ken Griffey Upper Deck rookie. Those were the two I just couldn't get because those two were like 30 or $40 at the time. It's like, man, I'm not paying 30 or $40 to get those. And those are some of the memories that I have. Just a wonderful, wonderful hobby. Again, it's a piece of art in your hand. Not only is it art, but it's also the player. So you always want to, in my opinion, you have two different ways to collect. Number one, you want to collect all-time greats. Just Hall of Famers, flat out goats, Mount Rushmores, all-time greats. And those are going to be safe, but those are going to be always in demand and always people are going to be looking for them. The other thing you want to collect are speculative. It's kind of like all-time greats are the Amazons and the long studied stocks. But then you have speculative portfolios where you want to put, 5, 10, 15, 20% into the unknown rookies or into the rookies or into the penny stocks, or into the biofarm that you think is going to run away with a 100, 200, 300% increase. And so Jordan is like Amazon. Jordan is like Walmart. Jordan is, the 3M or whatever big company, high quality stock. Whereas some of the other rookies today maybe the $2 stocks or the $3 stocks where you may hit big and you may burn, you may crash, you may absolutely lose every single ounce of money that you put into it. But this is one of my favorite Jordan cards. Great looking, soaring through the moon with Jordan, and I like I think it's a 9 or a 10 card. I think it's a 9 or a 10 card. This is also one of I like this art. Just a great piece of art. Yeah, so there's the back. Again, good looking card. I think it'll grade. And then wonderful hologram. Now I'm going to try to get it so you can see it. There it is. Wonderful hologram card. Awesome hologram card. Believe it or not, this was a pull. I pulled it from, what is this, the 92, 93, 91, 92 Upper Deck. Pulled it out of a pack. Love that card. And now we're getting into some of the older iconic cards. Slightly left to right, but older and iconic. I have two of them. This one's the better one. I think it's the better one, better centered. And then this is a classic. Slightly left to right. You can tell. But when I was a kid, I didn't care about left or right. I cared about Jordan. Now, I care about left and right, and I still care about Jordan. I think this is a slightly better one, but not by much. Maybe an 8 or a 9. I'm not expecting a 10 off of that one. Decent looking sticker, though. Decent looking sticker. Yeah. Doesn't have the gum and the junk on the back. But decent looking sticker. Again, I think it's well centered. I think it's well played. Corners are crisp. Slight left to right. On the back, you can tell maybe because of the stars. And then Jordan sticker, obvious up to down. Tongue wagging. Man, Jordan was just an amazing player. This is quite old, quite iconic. Good looking card. Corners are crisp. I'm thinking 9 or 10. Back's a little off. Back's more off than the front. So definitely a 9. Another iconic, well-known card. Slightly left to right, you can tell, but top and bottom looks good. I'm thinking this is a 9. Pretty strong. And then love the Jordan sticker. Pretty sure this is the Jordan sticker. Or is this just the straight All-Star? No, this is just straight All-Star. Great looking All-Star. Alright, so those are my Jordans. So my dilemma is, should I send Jordans in to have them graded, or should I send the 1980s cards, baseball? I have a dilemma. I can only do one right now, so it's either one or the other. Let me know in your comments below. Let me know in your vote, because there will be a second video and a third video and a fourth video discussing, what I've gotten, what grades did I get. So I'm definitely looking forward. Oh, and I forgot I bought this card the other day. I actually did. What a strange looking card. All right. If you have any comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching.